How do you stop acting like the person that the narcissist taught you should be? I'm going to answer that question today in this video. Let's go. Hey survivors, it's Angie Atkinson, and if this is your first time here, then let me just really quickly tell you that on this channel I offer free daily video coaching to help you discover, understand, and overcome narcissistic abuse in toxic relationships. If that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button and let's get going. Here's the question.
Quick question. My narcissistic mother always compares me endlessly with other people's lives. I've just learned to stop expressing my desires and aspirations for my life. When people ask me what I want, I just stay quiet and it becomes this awkward moment of, oh, are you okay? My question is, how do you break yourself from the silence conditioning that the narcissist has trained you to be? For the last few years, I've been having this symptom lacking the emotional connection that I want to have with friends. Thanks a bunch. That is a great question.
And here's my response. First of all, I just want to say, nobody deserves that. I've experienced it. I think we've all probably experienced something like that at the hands of a narcissist. I remember being in a situation where I felt the need to talk to people because they were asking me questions about myself, but I instantly, my first assumption was they were just being polite and they didn't really want to know, so I would always just push it off to the side. Oh, enough about me, let's talk about you. And then I got to the point where I realized that, okay, some people really did want to hear what I had to say, but then, well, I just didn't know what to do. I found myself not knowing how to talk about myself is what I'm trying to say here. So how do you become yourself again after narcissistic abuse? How do you learn how to talk about yourself and be a normal person? And why would I say something like that? Well, because the fact is that when we go through this, we become so accustomed to not talking about ourselves that we forget how. We become so accustomed to always deferring to the narcissist or whoever that we forget how to talk about ourselves. We're not comfortable being ourselves in every situation, at least initially when we get out of narcissistic abuse. Would that be agreeable? So most people say that they're 90% themselves with close friends, 50% themselves with casual acquaintances, and pretty much not themselves when it comes to a stranger. Being your true self in every situation and every setting is scary, but ultimately it's empowering, and it can even be relaxing when you learn to do it the right way. Imagine the relief you're going to feel when you learn how to do this. You won't have to worry about what other people think of you. You can just be yourself and be okay with that. You can be yourself and you can take control of your life again. It's a beautiful thing, my friend. It's quite shocking. It's quite shocking. So here's how you become yourself and you take back your life again. All right. Number one, meditate. I know it quiets that part of you that judges things. It quiets your ego. It gives you insight into yourself in a way that you might not otherwise get. It's kind of a good thing. Number two, tell the truth. When you're truthful, you show who you are. You reveal yourself. And my friend, yourself is a beautiful thing. It's called unconditional self-love. So be honest about your mistakes, be honest about your shortcomings, and work with it. Number three, be unique. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to stand out from the crowd this time. You spend enough time in the shadow of the narcissist. Step forward and take on your true form. Let yourself hang out in all of your glory. And I don't mean that literally necessarily. Keep your clothes on unless you're into that sort of thing. I don't know. But what music do you listen to when you're alone? Let me ask you that. Is it different than the music you listen to around other people? There was a time in my life when I had to just admit, look, okay, I like 90s music. What? How do you dress when you're by yourself versus how you are with other people? How does your inner self dress? Is your inner self a little sexier than your outer self? Just a thought. Do you keep the unique parts of yourself private, or are you willing to share them with the world? It's a good idea. Number four, notice your crutches. What are the things that you're holding on to that are holding you back? Is it Raggy Road ice cream, mindless internet surfing, a double vanilla latte cafe, skinny whatever? If you're using crutches to deal with boredom and they're not helping you in some way, then that could be blocking you from being your true self. I don't really think this is a huge deal. I think personally, the purpose of a particular crutch should be discovered, and maybe in some cases you can stop using those crutches and kind of just see for yourself what happens. There is such a thing as being able to allow yourself to be imperfect. Okay, for example, I've talked about this before, but I had this whole thing where I need to have like 1 hour of alone time a day where I'm not working, where I just need to be by myself. And sometimes that's hard when you have kids and a husband and a really busy life. So I just make allowances for it. If that means I have to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, fine. Not a problem. I make allowances. I give myself a little leeway. I make exceptions to my rules sometimes. And I make sure that I get my little weirdness is taken care of. And I'm okay with it. That's the thing. I'm embracing my flaws and I am understanding myself better. And that's something you guys can do too. So I want to talk about being authentic. Okay. The fact is that we are conditioned by the narcissist to believe that we should be a certain way. And that way doesn't always fit with who we are. So we become inauthentic as a narcissist's plaything. When the narcissist puts us in our place, as it were, and then we finally are away from the narcissist or trying to go away from the narcissist and trying to rediscover ourselves, we don't even know who ourselves are. And if we've been with a narcissist for our whole lives or several years, like most of our adult life, like I know a lot of you guys have been, we don't even really always know who we are now because life has changed. People, you've had kids or you've gotten older or both, or you've gone to school. Something has happened. Your life has changed. And so sometimes you don't really know who you are after abuse because you couldn't be the same person even if you didn't meet the narcissist. You know what I'm saying? You naturally evolve in years. And when the narcissist is involved, you evolve in a very unhealthy way that isn't really you. You feel me? Okay. So when you find yourself lying to people or being inauthentic or hiding parts of yourself, I want you to take a moment and I want you to ask yourself, why am I doing that? What is it that's making me think it's okay to hold myself back this way? Something to think about. All right. Number 6, I want you to spend time doing things that you really love to do and really enjoy. Okay. What do you really enjoy? Do you play softball so that you'll fit in at work or something, and you're really not into softball? Or, would you rather take some, dirty dancing lessons or something fun like that? Or spend free time doing things that you're more passionate about? That's it. Spend free time doing things you care about. Look, I used to blog in my spare time, okay? And it turned into my whole career. Find something that you're passionate about, that you love to do, and just do it on the side. See what happens. Just for fun. You never know. Even if it's fishing, you could still, go fishing and really enjoy yourself. Kind of also helps with that meditation thing. I want to make a comment really quickly before I move on to number 7, and that is with the meditation thing. I know for me, I don't like to sit still and be quiet for very long. So and not do anything. So what I like to do is walk and listen to music while I meditate. So if you are one of those people that has that issue too, there's a tip. Okay, back to the program. Number 7, do one thing you want to do, but you're scared to do it. What do I mean? Well, look, let's say you want to play the cello. You've always wanted to play the cello, but you're 35 or 55 or whatever, and you're like, what am I going to go sit next to the kids in the cello class? Yep, if you want to, you can do that. You can take private lessons. Play that cello, girl or guy. All right. What if you are going to an acting class? What if you've always wanted to be an actor? Well, should you not do that because you can't expect to become a famous actor at this point? Well, maybe you could. You never know what could happen. But even if you're just doing it for fun, even if you think you're terrible at it, so what? Go do it. It's fun. Be your authentic self, my friend. You've got to love yourself unconditionally, and that includes indulging your artistic side and the side of you that wants to stand up and be a rock star sometimes. You feel me? Everyone secretly wants to be the person to have the nerve to do something out of the box, unconventional, different. Everyone you know might still be stifled or bored, but that doesn't mean you have to be, okay? You can rise above all of that. That's what I'm saying. So number 8, give your opinion. Not necessarily all the time, okay? But give your opinion if it won't hurt someone else. If you're going to see a movie with some friends, be like, I want to see this movie. If your family is like, should we go to the park or the pool? Be like, come on, I got a new bikini, let's go to the pool, or whatever. Let your opinion be known. This is something that you forgot how to do, I'm sure, if you were with a narcissist for very long. And don't assume that you don't have rights and that your vote isn't as equal as everyone else's from now on. Don't waste your breath on people who you know can't hear you. Little tip from me to you about a narcissist. So one last thing though, if your sister is like, hey, how do I look at this dress? Be careful. But other than that, state your opinion. Don't hurt people. That's what I'm saying. Number 9, go outside. And indoor environment is unnatural. Even though I'm sure you can hear all my background noise from my freaking neighbors using their lawnmowers. I should have closed the window before I started. The air in here is a little bit fresh, but I still need to go outside. You guys need to go outside because outside you feel the sun, you hear the birds, you feel the grass beneath your feet if you're like not scared to walk barefoot in the grass. You you get yourself into a more natural environment. Sometimes it can help you to feel more authentic. Give it a try. If it's not your thing, I understand, but give it a try. Even just go out on the porch or go to the beach. Look, I'm not a camping person. I'm more of a glamping person. Like if I was going to go camping, I would be like, well, can we just camp in a hotel or whatever and get massages and stuff. But I do have respect for going outside. I love to go outside, and you guys, if you've been around very long, you saw me doing my vlogs before on my front porch every single day. I love to go outside. Some people want to get like super into nature. I like to be outside. I like to be in nature, but I don't necessarily, I like to plant things and all that, but I don't want to sleep outside. I think that's my limit. I just don't want to sleep outside. Off topic. Moving on. Number 10. Strengthen your boundaries. When your boundaries are weak, your true self becomes smothered. These are the places that we allow other people to determine the rules and set the frame. You'll know these places by the high amount of energy they drain from you. Overcome your need to fit in. Overcome your need to impress other people. No matter what you do, some people are going to be impressed, other people won't. Why worry about it? You, my friend, do you believe that you're an amazing person? If you don't, it's time to start doing that. Because the fact is that you become what you believe that you are. You are what you say you are. You are what you feel you are. Begin to feel like the person you want to be, and you will be that person. The person you want to be is secretly that person inside of you right now. So all you have to do is allow him or her to come to the surface. Reveal your true self to yourself, to the world, to everybody else in your life, and watch what happens. It's amazing. Serious. Allow yourself to be amazing, my friend. Allow yourself to be amazing. Now it's time for the question of the day. The question of the day is, have you ever felt the way that this commenter felt? Have you ever felt like you couldn't talk about yourself? Like when someone asked you a question about yourself that you were stumped, you didn't know what to say, or you just didn't believe that they were really interested, and so you didn't say. And did you ever feel uncomfortable talking about yourself after narcissistic abuse because of the fact that you weren't allowed to do that around the narcissist? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's talk about it. You guys know even a single comment can save someone's life, change someone's life. It can tell them your advice. Let us hear it. That's all I've got for you today. I hope that was helpful for you. Have a wonderful day. Leave me a comment. I will pick, I've been trying to pick a comment almost every video to respond to by video. So if you leave me a comment, you may get a video response from me tomorrow. Never know. So otherwise, though, I will respond in the comments. Have a wonderful day, everybody. I will see you soon. Thank you so much for being a part of my day and a part of my life. Thank you for letting me be a part of yours. It really does mean a lot to me. I'll see you soon.
It's my mission to teach others what I know to be true. You really can create the life you want. Take care of your body, take care of your soul, nurture the real you, and introduce him or her to the world. Be comfortable in your own skin and in your place in this world. Take your spot, take it now, and the universe will take its cue from you. You feel me? If so, subscribe to my channel. Let's get it done together.